All righty. We should be just about there. Cannot wait to get it moving, get it going with you guys. What's up? What's up, everyone? There we go. Now I can see myself. All right. Hey, folks. Valerie Walton here, coming to you live from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. You can always find me over at valeriewalton.com, and the time is fast approaching that the website will be up and running, and I can't wait to share that with all of you. So hurry up, get on my newsletter right now. If you go to valeriewalton.com, you'll see that you're able to get on my email list, get on my newsletter, and learn some really cool things about growing your home business the right way so that you can get results faster and better, so you have sustainable, profitable businesses. Okay. All right. So today we're talking about network marketing and MLM lead generation. What is a lead really? What I found interesting when I first got started over 5 years ago was the fact that network marketers were using all this kind of lingo, right? These industry terms. I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. And then when I would ask, right, first of all, I was already embarrassed to ask, but then when I did, I kept getting these different definitions. So I'm like, well, what the hell? I don't know what to do. So that's why I want to give you some clarity on this. I talk a lot about lead generation. I talk a lot about, making sure you got the right people for your business, right? You're not just going to go around chasing friends and family down, trying to get them to buy your stuff out of support for you and support for your business. That's not the way that you're going to sustain a thriving, profitable business, is by constantly asking people for a favor. You want to be in business where you have built a reputation that is trustworthy, right? And that you have loyal customers because they find you trustworthy. That's what you want. And so if you're going to build up something like that, then you got to know what the process is in order for you to not only generate the customers, but you got to do this first step first of generating the lead. Without a lead, you'll never get to the customer part. You'll never get to the sales. You'll never get to the money, and then you'll be SOL. Okay. Let me make sure you can hear me. I'm sitting up here giving y'all some good nuggets, child. Just got to make sure. First step first, generating the lead. Okay, cool. Just had to make sure. I forgot to check before I went live today. All right, so let's do this. Let's check this out. I'm going to share my screen with you, and as I do that, you're going to see this very familiar chart for those of you who've been following me for a while now. Okay, and where am I? Okay, here we go. Hello, button won't click. Okay, here we go. This good old thing right here, the sales funneling process made simple, right? This is the process that you're going to put people through so that you will eventually get a sale. This is the sales process, and it's a very simple process, 6 simple steps. And when you compare this to before we had the internet, before we had, social media, the internet, all that, it was a little bit more difficult for a person to be able to have success. You were in the right place at the right time to be able to really benefit, take advantage of all of this wonderful technology and use it to your advantage. Instead of sitting here like a lot of people do and complain, oh, social media is, messing up people's lives. It depends on how you use social media, right? So for you, if you're using social media to be a beacon of hope and positivity to other folks, helping solve their problems, you'll be good to go. Okay. So when it comes to the sales funneling process, like I said, there's 6 steps here. Step number 1 is to get your buns on social media. Okay. So let me stop sharing for a moment for us to talk about that. Why social media? Why social media? Well, because when you are trying to leverage your time, like maybe you're like me, you started your business when you were about 35, and you already had started building a career. People think you're crazy to want to go in a different direction, and maybe you're starting to think you're crazy too, right? You again, you might be like me, where you have kids and you're making this shift, but you don't have time to waste. You really need to get yourself into results mode as soon as possible. Now, how can you do that without being hasty and rushing into it and having this idea that you're going to get rich overnight? Right? How can you do this in a responsible way? Do this where you are building a strong reputation, but still not have it take 10 to 15 years, because we ain't got time for that. Right? So, so when you think about it, if you're looking for customers, rather than do the old-fashioned door-to-door salesman type of tactic where you have to visit people one by one, you can go to a place where there are tons of people already for you to roll up your sleeves and start looking around for your target audience, right? This is why when people are looking to date, they go to social settings, right? They'll go to a bar, they'll go to the club, they'll even go to the grocery store, child, looking for some prospects, looking for people that they could, flirt with, get to know, and see if, they'll go out on a date and get to know each other better, right? They're not going to go into these places and immediately pitch this person on the idea of a commitment, right? Not going to go into a bar and say, hey, how you doing? I thought you were very good looking. I think we might have some things in common. How about we get married tonight? Yeah, not happening. Okay. So same thing for us as we're growing our business. Yeah, you want to put yourself in a position where you're around lots of people to put the odds in your favor that you'll find the right one for your business. And we also want to make sure that when we find them, that we don't go and approach them and freak them out. We're not going to go up to them and ask for a commitment right away. And by commitment, I'm talking about making transactions, making sales right then and there when you first meet them. That ain't how that works. Okay. Anybody that told you that, they lying. Okay. It does not work like that. Can you use social media to get yourself leads, prospects, sales, signups, team builders, commissions? Absolutely. But the way that you do it, the process needs to be in place. You need to have a system in place. And this is it. Okay. Your process. Sorry. There's something in it. Child, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, you're going to go on social media because that's where tons of people already are. Now, in our case today, I'm going to talk about Facebook, even though I'm on YouTube right now. YouTube, please don't hate me. But YouTube, yeah, it's a social setting, but it's more of a search engine than it is, a social media platform, just in my humble opinion. Okay. And so I want to use Facebook as an example. Why? Because Facebook is the biggest social media platform on the planet with 2.8 active users, right? We're not even counting like the dummy accounts, the duplicate accounts, the fake accounts, the bots. We're not counting those. 2.8 billion with a B active users. Why wouldn't you want to go there? Because you don't need a billion people in order to create success in your business. You don't even need half that. You don't even need 1% of that. You don't even need 1/1000th of that. You just need what's considered a handful out here, right? And if you can find yourself a nice little handful of people who will be loyal, right? People looking for your stuff, looking for the solution that you have to their problem, they're there. Now, if you don't believe that out of 2.3 billion people that you can find a handful that need what you got, see, that's a mindset thing. Because it's not logical. It is not logical for a person to believe that there's nobody out there on social media for them. There's nobody out there on Facebook for them. There's no target audience available for them, that the market is saturated. Bull. There's too many people on this planet for you to believe that there's nobody at all available to buy your stuff. Okay. So this is why we're going on Facebook, because yes, there are other social media platforms. There's Instagram, which is owned by Facebook. There's Pinterest, there's Twitter, there's all these other platforms. However, none are as big as Facebook. So again, if you're trying to get some results a little faster, you're trying to get the odds in your favor to actually win and start succeeding faster, why not go to the place that's got the most people, the most numbers, the most odds, right? Now, when you're there, don't believe the hype of everybody's a prospect. Everybody's your target audience. Everybody's a lead. That is not true. Okay. The next step is, now that you're on social media, after you've cleaned up your profile and you know how to start posting for profits, which you should have by now. And if you don't, why not get your buttons in there? But once you've done that part, that's the social media step. Next step is target audience, getting crystal clear on who that target audience is exactly. The more clear and concise you are, the easier it's going to be on you to find leads every single day and generate leads every single day, attract leads every single day. And again, I haven't even gotten into what a lead is, what that definition is. Haven't even gotten there yet because that step hasn't arrived. Not yet. We're almost there. Okay. And so the target audience, you need to be able to answer 3 questions. All right. Well, first, let me slow down. With your target audience, don't overcomplicate this thing. Okay. Your target audience is simply who you were right before you found your solution, right? If what you want to offer people is the products from your network marketing company, your MLM, then think about what was going on in your life. Where were you? What problem were you facing right before you found your network marketing company's products was the solution for you? So much so that now you offer it to others. What was that? What were you going through at the time? What was running through your mind at the time? How were you feeling? What emotions were you feeling at the time? That kind of stuff is what you really need to look at. So please do not just look at creating a customer avatar that is a robot. If you're going to create a customer avatar / target audience / ideal customer, then what you want to do is not only look at the demographic, but also look at the psychographic. Look at what they're thinking and feeling at the time. What are their concerns, their worries, their values, their beliefs? What is happening in their lives right now? Very important. If you need help with this, I can help you. I want you to reach out to me. There's no reason for you to sit here and watch my videos back to back, popping some popcorn, child, and you're not using it, implementing it to get yourself some results. I'm not on here to hear myself talk. I'm on here to help you break through. Break through by using what I'm showing you. And if there's something I'm sharing with you that you don't quite understand or that you're having a little trouble with, reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you. Okay. All right. So target audience, figuring that out. Right. And I use this example all the time. I'm gonna keep using it, but it's just an example. I want you to apply it to whatever it is that you're doing. Even if you're not in MLM or network marketing, maybe you're an affiliate marketer, maybe you're in real estate, maybe you're a doctor, maybe you are a salon owner, whatever the case may be, this still applies if you're looking for your customer base online, right? And it only makes sense to do that because so many people are online these days. Why would you? All right. So anyway, I'm going to use the example of me being in a weight loss company. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but hopefully you agree with me that I don't really have much weight to lose. It's a little something right there. Right. But other than that, I'm pretty slim. I'm a petite lady. Let's see, I'm like 5'1", and I had always been around 112 pounds until recently. I've gained like almost 20 pounds. I'm about 128 at this point, right? I had always wanted to been gaining weight. So I'm glad that I did. But now I'm like, okay, now I need y'all to go in the right places. Make sure y'all going in the right places. Anyway, let's say I'm in a weight loss company, even though I don't really need to lose a lot of weight right now. If I'm going to do that, I have to be authentic, transparent, genuine, right? So although I don't need to lose weight right now, right? Was there a time in my life where I felt like I did need to lose some weight? The answer is yes. Okay. I have to think about it like that, because if I were to say, well, I don't need to lose weight right now, so what? I'll just tell people what they want to hear. Big mistake. I'm going to figure out how to tell people the right things so that I can get them to come check me out and get them to buy my stuff. Big mistake. You don't want to do that, right? This is not about getting people to do what you want and manipulating folks. This is about you making a genuine connection with another human being and helping them solve a problem they have. One of the best ways you can do that is by being genuinely, truthfully relatable to them. And so in my case, I am not going to go out here and lie to people and say, oh my gosh, look at my weight loss product. It helped me to lose 70 pounds. Look at me now. I'm not doing that. Okay. But I still have a way to be relatable. So as I'm choosing my target audience, because that's a choice, you get to choose your target audience. You get to define your target audience. So as I'm doing that, I need to think about what point in my life did I feel like I need to lose weight. It was right after I had each one of my kids, right? You gain a lot of weight being pregnant. You have the baby. You want to go back to your pre-baby weight as fast as you can. At least that was my experience with it all, right? And so I know that there are other moms out there, new moms. I'm not a new mom anymore. My kids are 21 and 17 now. But, new moms probably, I'm sure there are still new moms out there today that feel the way I did 21 years ago and 17 years ago, right? They wanted to hurry up, get back to their pre-baby weight, and they want something to give them a little help. Maybe I sell all natural weight loss products or something like that, whatever, right? So I would be able to now relate to those women. That would be my target audience. I would not be looking for any and everybody who wants to lose weight. There are different reasons behind why a person gained the weight in the first place, so that what I have is not necessarily going to be a cure-all. I cannot assume that. And because people have all, whatever their reasoning for wanting to lose weight is, because they've also gained weight in different ways for different reasons, I can't relate to each and every one of their situations. I need to focus on where I can genuinely relate to someone else. It's going to make it easier for me to communicate with them, easier for me to offer a solution that I know works. So no, everybody's not in my target audience. And the more specific I am, the better. So no, I don't want just any and everybody looking to lose weight. No, I don't just want women because I'm a woman, but I specifically want moms who just had babies and want to lose the weight. Much more specific, right? Okay. So let me go back to sharing my screen. Okay. So now we're at the target audience step. My target audience, by definition, is the people that I believe may have an interest in my business. See, if I knew what it was like to be a new mom wanting to lose weight, and these women are new moms wanting to lose weight, it doesn't guarantee that they're going to be a customer of mine, but it certainly puts the odds in my favor. There's more chance that they do want my product than not, but I still don't know for sure. That means more work needs to be done on my end as the marketer. Okay. So here's the next thing I'm going to do. Now that I'm on social media, my Facebook profile's cleaned up, right? I don't have a bunch of spammy stuff on there. My cover photo, profile photo, intro, bio, all that is hooked up the way that it should be. And if you don't know how it should be, stay to the end of this video. I got a treat for you. Okay. So there's that. And now that I've defined my target audience, now it's time for me to see who's open. How do I do that? Now I'm going to start posting on my profile. My profile, I'm not even talking about a business page yet. And maybe in another video, I'll talk about why I'm not focused on business pages for people that are like just getting started or you've been struggling. There's no need for you to do a business page right now. That's pay to play. Right now, let's focus on organic reach. Simple ways to have organic reach. Post on your profile. And if you're wondering, oh my gosh, but what are people going to think? I've got friends and family on there. They're going to see me posting about my business. I don't want them to even know. My job sees what I post. There's workarounds. So I don't want to hear that mess either. There's so many things you could do in terms of your settings on Facebook where I don't want to hear that mess because it's just an excuse. Okay. Are we okay. Okay. All right. All right. So to get from my target audience step to my suspect step, this is where I put out posts with calls to action. Each and every time that I post, every post that I put out as me being a marketer, every post that I put out should be an invitation to a conversation. Write that down and quote me on that. Okay, give me credit. Invitation to a conversation is what every post should be. I should not just post and say, hey, y'all, look at my recipe. Hey, y'all, look at my plate of food. Hey, y'all, look at me losing weight. Okay, so what? Nice, right? What I want to do is get the people engaged with me. I want people to tell me that they want to spend time with me, hang out with me, engage with me, interact with me, become friends with me on Facebook. Okay, so as I'm putting out posts and also actively looking around for new friends that I can add, right, and request as friends, I got to do both passive and proactive. My passive way is the post. My proactive way would be things like joining groups, posting in those groups, looking around inside those groups, adding to conversations, bringing value to those conversations, stuff like that. Just as if I were at a cocktail party, because it's all about being social here, right? So let's stick with posts right now. I put out a post with a call to action that if anybody can relate to what I'm talking about, let me know, right? Let me know in the thread. And then people do. So these would be people that obviously are from our target audience, because what I'm posting about are things that are relevant to my target audience. I am addressing their problems, their concerns, their needs, their desires, their wishes, their goals that they aspire to hit. These are the types of posts that I'm putting out there to get a conversation rolling about that very thing. Why? Because it's like putting out bait when you go fishing. I want the right kind of fish. There's a certain kind of fish I'm going fishing for. I need to put out the right kind of bait. And the bait in your case, when you're going fishing for leads, is your posts. Are you putting out the right kind of bait? Or are you just putting out bait just to be putting out bait, child? You know what I mean? And when you go fishing, you got to go to the right body of water that contains the fish you want. That's where the social media part comes in. So you go to social media, that's your lake, right? All the fish in the sea, right? And then you put out the bait, right? Well, you decide who your fish are going to be. That's your target audience. Then you put out the bait in order to get them to take a bite. And that's how you determine who a suspect is. And a suspect is a person from your target audience who now is showing you some behavior. They're doing some activity that indicates that they just may be interested in your offer. You still don't know for sure yet. And here's where most network marketers make their mistake. They say, oh, somebody just commented on my post. I'm going to go sell to them right now. Stop. Let me stop sharing so we can really get into this. Stop. That would be a prospect. Somebody that you're going to make an offer to would be a qualified prospect. Ain't there yet. Do not jump the gun. You'll regret it if you do. I'm warning you now. I'm trying to save you headache and save you time. Okay. I don't care what you've been taught. I don't know who they is. I'm sure they very nice people. God bless them. Bless their hearts. But if somebody told you to do that, they told you wrong. Okay. No offense. Nothing against them, but don't do that. Okay. And try what I'm teaching you and see if it doesn't work. When people show you some indication, some behavior that they may be interested in your offer. May be. There's not a guarantee yet. You are not certain yet. It's not a certainty yet. So what do? Right? Who are these folks if they're not leads and prospects? They are suspects. Suspects, just like on Columbo, right? You know, if you are a detective, you got some people you got your eye on to figure out how you're going to solve this case. What's your case that you're trying to solve? Who needs your stuff? And right now you got a few suspects lined up, but we got to further check them out. We got to interrogate them next. Right? So anyway, we'll get to that. But right now they're suspects. This is not the time for you to reach out to them and say, hey, I saw you commented on my post. Would you like to check out my stuff? Hey, I saw that you gave me a heart on my post. I'm going to send you a link right now. Check it out and give me your feedback. Don't do that. I'm trying to tell you right now, look, you trying to get a sale or not? You trying to make money out here online or not? Don't do that. Okay. What you're going to do instead is continue going through the sales process, because it is not time for you to offer anything yet. Do not offer anything to anyone until you have certainty that they want your stuff. And we're going to get to that in a second. What step in this whole 6-step process is the step where you actually make an offer and close a sale? It ain't here. So let's keep going. Okay. So now finally we're at leads. Leads. How do we get the person to go from a suspect to a lead? How do we get them to do it? Right? It's really not getting them to do anything. People do what they want. Right? You're just looking around to see who wants it. That's it. Right? We're not manipulating anybody. So you put out your post, the person liked it or commented on it, or they followed your call to action of sending you a direct message or something like that. Well, next step is to offer them something. If you put out a post about their problem and your call to action is message me for the solution, and they say, I'm messaging you, give me the solution, give it to them. Right? Now, one simple, easy, effortless way that I personally and all of my coaching clients that I train do is make sure they have a lead magnet readily available. What is a lead magnet? Well, first, let's talk about what a lead is. A lead is still a suspect, but this is a suspect that has taken the next step. So not only have they expressed an interest, but they have also given you a means to communicate with them. And because they gave it to you, they also gave you permission to use it. Why else would they give you their information if they didn't want you to use it? Their contact info, their name, their email, possibly even a telephone number. Why would they not give it to you if they didn't want you to use it? And again, this whole marketing process, the sales process, is a lot like dating. If you approach someone, y'all are vibing, right? So far, so good. You made it past step 1, step 2, step 3. So far, so good. They're indicating they're interested. And you ask for their number and they give it to you. Use it. Call them up, right? So it's the same thing here. If they give you their email them. What the hell? What you doing? Right? And so an easy way for you to be able to generate leads is through having a lead magnet. So again, let's talk about what a lead is. They're expressing an interest in what you have, what you do. They're expressing an interest in the activity you're putting out there on social media. And then they also gave you a means to communicate with them. So going from suspect to lead is when you put out your post with the call to action with the intention of giving them something, giving them some value, giving them a small solution, right? And offering that solution in order to be able to grow your list, your lead list, your email list, your list of potentials, whatever you want to call it. But you need your contact list. You need their contact information. Your list of contacts, right? Your list is the number one, the biggest asset you will ever own. Hold up, let me stop sharing so you understand what I'm trying to say today. Your list is the biggest asset you own. How many emails are you collecting every day? How many folks are happily giving you their information every day? Because if the answer is 0, you don't have a list. And if you don't have a list, terrible foundation to build on. You don't have one. You won't have a foundation. And you need to own your list. And chat, let me go ahead and address this right now, because I know somebody gonna say it. They're gonna say, well, my mentor said that no matter what, you never own your list. That's bullshit. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't know who the hell told you that. Stop listening to them. Okay. At least on lead generation. Stop listening to them on that. They don't know what the hell they talking. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I ain't trying to, tear nobody down, but don't listen to that shit. Okay. What you want to do is think about something, right? Okay. You know for sure you don't own Facebook, right? You ain't getting no shares of that, right? You don't own Facebook. You don't own Instagram. You don't own YouTube. You don't own any of this stuff. Whoever does own it, they create the rules. You got to play their game, right? And even doing that, even following the rules, still at any time, they reserve the right to shut your whole account down anytime they want to. All the content you've ever made, bye. All of the contacts you've ever made, bye. Now, how are you going to be able to reach them when your account gets shut down? And you don't have any other way to communicate with them except for on that platform. It's crazy. Okay. But then you'll also have people telling you, well, even if you have something like an autoresponder, if you have Aweber or some CRM software, you don't own that either. I know that. I know you don't own that. That's not your list. That's where you store your list, but that's not your list. So what the hell are you talking about? Like, people kill me with this. They want to get so deep and philosophical about this stuff. Listen, it's simple. That list of people's names and emails, it's yours because they gave it to you. So even though you might store it in a CRM that you don't own, or you might store it in an autoresponder that you don't own, it doesn't change the fact that you own the information. And that is your biggest asset. You need to be able to keep track of your customers or potential customers even, because you need to start building relationships with people. The revenue is in the relationship. You need to be doing this. Think about why there are huge conglomerates out there who are willing to spend millions of dollars and pay another company millions of dollars to access their list. They want a copy of that information and they're willing to pay millions, if not tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions for that information. Information is key, especially when that information is contact information. You think about that. Companies are spending millions of dollars on it, and you're generating this information, these leads for free. Cool beans, right? Do it. And again, you do it with the lead magnet. So what I really love is the fact that I'm a part of a community of entrepreneurs where you are taught all this kind of stuff that I'm teaching you now, right? But you are also given done for you lead magnets. Many of you who are network marketers, affiliate marketers, you're in MLMs, right? If that's the case, we have some that are specifically for your niche that you could use, right? So if you're in credit repair, we have a credit repair lead magnet that you can use. And again, why is the lead magnet so important for you to get the leads? Because nobody's just going to give you their valuable information, which is their contact information. It's obviously valuable if people are willing to pay millions for it, right? Nobody's willing to give you something and get nothing out of it. We have to stop with that whole mentality, right? If they give and you give, everybody receives. If all you want to do is take from your customers, you want their contact info, you want their money, you want everything, and you give them nothing of value in exchange, That ain't sales. The definition of sales, write this down. Sales is an exchange of value. An exchange. Value needs to be flowing both ways, child. Okay? And a lead magnet is a great way to step up to the plate as a leader, as a trustworthy entrepreneur, a trustworthy brand, and show people what you bring to the table. Show them that it's going to be worth it for them to be connected with you. And it's great to be able to give a person a lead magnet that you didn't have to create, especially if you're new. You're already overwhelmed enough, right? You're like, dang, what am I supposed to do now? Now what do I do? Oh my gosh, I got to set this up. I got to get this together. I got to buy this. I got to do this. No, it's already done. Completely done lead magnet. Okay. And if you want to know what lead magnets look like, visit my website or even check the description box. I got something so cool for you guys, but again, you got to wait till the end. I'm not going to put the link in here to the end. So there's that, right? It's an exchange of value. And, you know, I'm just the type of person who, as an entrepreneur, and I've been an entrepreneur ever since I was 12 years old. I started my first business at 12, started a babysitting business, and it was thriving, honey. Okay. Then I took a break because I was in high school. So like I had to live my high school experience. Then once I was out of high school, I was like, child, I ain't going to no damn college. I had 2 years of college credits under my belt, and I still walked away from that because I was like, that's not my thing. That's not what I want to do. Had I gone to college, I would have been an actuary, would have gotten a degree in actuarial science and all that good stuff, and still would have ended up making lots of money, but it would have taken up a lot of my time. So I decided to do what I thought was a better alternative, which was go to cosmetology school. So once again, once I was 19, I was back out there, entrepreneur again, right? And have been ever since. I think I've had a job, like 1 or 2 jobs on and off. And I did them just because I wanted to try them, and then I quit. So I never lasted very long. I'm not a job person. I'm just not. But anyway, and nothing against jobs. I'm just saying, not for me. But I say that I thought I went in a better direction, but not really, because whether I would have been an actuary or gone the path I did, which was becoming a hairstylist, I still didn't have any time freedom. I wouldn't have had any time freedom either way. Because when I learned about Robert Kiyosaki and the cash flow quadrant, I learned that I had no leverage when it came to time. I had no leverage in my business. Whether I was an actuary or a hairstylist, the only way that I made money is if I were physically there doing the work. Now, though, as an online business owner, I can still make money while I'm asleep. I can make money while I go to the grocery store. I can make money while I'm in the shower. And I have done all of those things. I could never do that as a hairstylist. Never. Right? So just wanted to put that out there for you. So yeah, it's important for you to start keeping track of your customers and owning a list of their contact information. Okay. Could you imagine? And this has also happened in my career as as a hairstylist. I've worked at salons before, right? I'm still in business for myself because I'm an independent contractor, but I've worked at salons before where I built up that damn clientele. I worked my ass off. I'm the one that gave people excellent service, only for me to leave to move on to something bigger and better. And the salon would not give me those people's contact information to let them know I was leaving. Refused to give me the information because they claimed that's their list, not mine. That's their clientele list, not mine. And so for me to leave, I would essentially be rebuilding my list from scratch, rebuilding my clientele from scratch. Who the hell wants to do that? Right? Same thing for you. If anything were to ever happen to where you plant your flag right now, if anything happens to social media, anything happens to your account, do you own a list of your clientele, right? Your customers, your leads. I cannot stress this enough, how important it is for you to have this as a network marketer. The biggest asset you'll ever own. Build the list. Build your list. Build that email list up now. and use a lead magnet to do it, to make it easy on yourself. And it's even easier if you're using a lead magnet that was already created for you, like I do. Most of my lead magnets were already done, and I just, make a few tweaks to it if I want. And then sometimes I leave them exactly as I got them. So that's really cool too. Okay. Make it easy on yourself. Almost all, I'm not going to say all, but almost all network marketing companies don't have a way for you to generate leads. They don't have a way for you to be able to build a list that you own. They don't have it. And they're not going to give it to you because they're not responsible for that. You're a network marketer. You were supposed to walk into this whole partnership with them already having a list. They already expected you to own a list. So why would they give you a means to go and own a list and build a list? Why would they do that? Not their problem. It's your problem. You got to deal with that. Okay. So if you have not been building a list and not keeping track of your customers and stuff, I would highly recommend that you start. Another great reason why I like to have a done for you lead magnet is because with it, I've got a whole system for my business. And if you don't have that, you need it, right? Having a system makes the difference between having leverage and no leverage. Makes the difference between you being on the left side of the cash flow quadrant versus the right side, where we all aspire to be, especially if we're network marketers, right? So have that system in place. And with my system, not only does the lead generation, lead magnets, right? But it also provides me a CRM. This is a piece of software. The CRM stands for Customer Relationship Manager, okay? Where I can manage each relationship I have with each customer that I gain, right? Or potential customer, right? Because right now they're a lead, they're not a customer yet. So with each lead that I have, I can now build a relationship. I have the opportunity to have conversations with them, qualify them so that I can make an offer if it makes sense. This is the professional way to grow your business. And it never gets talked about. It doesn't get talked about in network marketing. Why the hell not? Or when it is, there's so much confusion going around the subject. Don't nobody know what the hell they talking about. Why? And this is one of the reasons why I became a certified online business coach, home business coach. This is why, for you to finally get some clarity. Okay. So that is what a lead is. Now, I'm not going to leave you hanging. We're going to go a little deeper into this. All right. And so I see Romel is on. Hey. Bianca, what's up? Hey. So before I share my screen, let me just take a look at what you guys are saying. Yeah, definitely hard for some people, can be time consuming. Yes. Much to learn in affiliate marketing. You need the training, mentor system. Yeah, there's quite a few things that you need. But what my goal is to help you to keep it as simple as possible, because it is something new. You're going in a new direction. You're learning new skill sets. You're learning new things about yourself, because this definitely takes some grit, right? Some tough skin to start something new, especially when we're adults, right? So hopefully you're getting simple information from me, simple ways for you to grow. And if there's anything that I ever share with you that is complicated, you don't quite understand, please let me know so I can break it down in another video, okay? Or in a conversation with you, okay? So, right, exactly. Lying is not the way. Have to know where our target audience hangs out. Right. And before we even get to the target audience, just where do people hang out in general, right? And that's why we go straight to social media first. Then we zero in on the target audience on that platform, right? Just need to have an MLS piece of shirt. Thank you. Yep. Always gotta represent, you know what I'm saying? No, I did the wake up call this morning and I never changed. Bianca, what's up, girl? I walked out of college after 2 years, went to real estate school. Yeah. And look at Bianca. If you go and visit her profile on Facebook, you can look at her and not only is she a professional, but she loves what she does. She's passionate about it. When you go and look at her, you get a sense of who she is as a professional and as a person. And that is the thing that draws you to her. That's the thing, right? It's not what the prices are that she charges for her to help you and all that stuff. It's her. She's the X factor. She's the brand. She's who you're going to be drawn to and start to trust because she's doing things the right way. She's part of my community, y'all. That's how I know this. Okay. Kick it. All right. So let me go ahead back to sharing my screen. Okay. All right, here we go. So now that we've generated the lead, right? We have found that this person not only is interested, but they're giving me a way to communicate with them. They said, here's my number, call me. I'm going to do that, right? They said, here's my email, reach out. I'm going to do that. The minute I have their information, right? Especially being on Facebook, a lot of times you'll have this process happen in the DMs, right? In the inbox. While I've got them, I'm not letting them go just yet. Let's start the conversation now. Let's not only make them a lead, let's also make them a prospect right now. And the way that you go from lead to prospect is conversation. So the same way you go from suspect to lead, you go from suspect to lead by having a call to action where the person raises their hand and says, yes, I want that information. And they give you their contact information in exchange for whatever you offered, right? That in the same way is the way you take them from lead to prospect. They're now right in front of your freaking face. Why would you send them away from you? So yes, I give them what I promised them, right? I'm going to give them the link to that lead magnet. But while I'm grabbing the link, let me start a conversation right now. Can you tell me a little bit more about why you were looking for blank, whatever it was I promised them? So again, let's use my example of being in a weight loss company, right? I'm going to post things not about, hey, look at me now, buy my shake, buy my wraps. I'm not doing that shit, okay? I'm not doing that. What I'm going to do instead is talk about the problem. If my target audience is new moms looking to go back to their pre-baby weight, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how overwhelming it can feel to be a new mom. As good as it feels, as fulfilling as it feels, it can also feel overwhelming, especially when, you know, there's so many changes happening. Not only do you have this new human in your household, but maybe your body's still going through changes, especially if you're nursing. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things happening where you just want to feel like yourself again. Can you relate? See, that's the kind of topic that I would bring up in a post. Not, hey, everybody, look at my weight loss shake. That doesn't work. That's spam, right? So if you've been doing that, I'm sorry to tell you this, but somebody had to, that is spam. And if you're constantly doing that on your page, it's even worse. If you're on your profile talking about, hey, here's my shake. Hey, I lost 5 pounds this week. That's nice, but it's not going to get you no leads or any sales. Not doing that. The way that you start getting the leads, the suspects, leads, and then prospects is you have conversations about your target audience's problem. What's their main problem? And then I want you to think about how do you help solve their problem? And then I want you to think about what is the emotional success that they get out of it? Meaning, how are they going to feel? Once they have your solution in particular, your solution over anybody else's solution, how will they feel about it? So see, the problem I solve is I help people to lose weight. Yeah. But specifically, I'm focused on helping new moms lose weight. There's a difference. And I help them with a plan and a product that helps them to be able to get back to feeling like themselves again and get their sexy back and still feel like a fulfilled mom. Do you see that? And that's the emotional success. They get to feel like themselves again. They get to regain control of their identity. They get to feel beautiful and sexy again if they weren't before, right? So that is what I'm focused on when I put out my post, to take a person from my target audience to my suspect. Then when I mention those things, right? Oh, I remember what it was like, right? I felt overwhelmed as a new mom. And it really didn't help that I wasn't, I didn't feel like myself because my body had changed. You know what I mean? Well, there's hope if you've been feeling like that, because I came across a really great solution for myself that I believe would also help you too. If you want to know what it is, drop a me in the thread, right? Because you can't say comment below, right? So then they start saying me. Now I've got suspects. They're interested. They're showing me they're interested. But that's not enough. I can't say, oh, you want to know my solution? Okay, here's the link, and then run away. I cannot do that. They said me, I say, great, check your inbox. They go to their inbox. I say, hey, as you requested, I'm going to give you the solution that I found. But while I'm doing that, can you tell me more? See, now I just took them from lead to prospect all in one fell swoop. Leverage, right? Working smarter, not harder. Because once I give them the link, they're going to enter their info, and now they're going to be on my list. Great, cha-ching. I just built my list up by one more person. But also me asking them questions now puts them as a prospect, where I am trying to qualify them, meaning I'm looking to know, do they have a need for what I want? Do they really desire and want what I have? And also, do they have the resources and willingness to buy what I have? It is not until I've gone through these steps that I make an offer. You do not make an offer until you're trying to go from step 5 to step 6, from prospect to customer. Too many people are trying to make an offer way up here. Oh, I'm on social media. Let me make offers right now in all my posts. Let me make offers with every friend request I put out. Let me make offers even when the person hasn't even seen my friend request yet. And I'm just going straight into their message request spam folder. People are doing this. And again, I'm not laughing at them. They just don't know any better. But you do. You do. Hello. Right? So we're not making offers up here. We're not making offers just because they liked our post. We're not making offers even when they said that they are interested. Still not making an offer. I'm not making an offer until I know more. I don't know anything about them except their name and their email as a lead. So I'm not making an offer there. And I'm not making an offer as a prospect. This is where I learn the information necessary to make an offer. This is where it's, yes or no. This is where I say, yes, I'm going to offer them something, or no, they're not the right fit. I'm not giving them nothing because they're not the right fit, not because I'm being stingy or rude, right? But they don't fit with what I have to offer them. Do they have the need for what I offer? I mean, so far it looks like it, but let me ask a few more questions, right? What have they tried so far to lose weight? Right? What's been their greatest triumph so far? Have they invested anything at all into their weight loss journey? Right? I need to know these things. I need to know, do they really need it? Then I need to know about their desire. Do they actually want it? If I tell them I've got a solution that'll help you to be able to get back to your pre-baby weight in as little as 6 weeks, I can't guarantee that, but it is a possibility. Everybody's different. Right? Everybody's bodies work a little differently than the other, the next person. But this is definitely an option that I believe would be a great solution for what you're looking for. Right? So we need to know, do they have the desire to get it? Do they even want it? Or are they just curious? Right? So through your questions, you're going to find that out. If you don't know what kinds of questions you should be asking, once again, you should be on my newsletter. Once again, you need to go to valeriewalton.com and go get on my newsletter right now. Okay? Right. Plus, you need to stay to the end because I got something special for you. I keep reminding you, haha, you're not going anywhere. Okay, so we got that part, right? And then the resources to buy, but not only the resources, but also the willingness. There's a lot of folks that will tell you they don't have the resources to buy, and that's not true. If what you wanted to offer a person was entry onto your team, entry into your business opportunity, and it costs, say, $200 for that, and they say, oh no, I don't have $200. And then next week you turn around and you see them post on Facebook how they just bought their kid a $200 pair of shoes. And you're like, wait, what? Why didn't they come back to me next week with the $200? Start their business where their business can make them $200 over and over and over again. So they have more than enough to not only get their kids some shoes, but have some breathing room just in case there's an emergency. They have some room to put money back into their business to further build their skill. Like, hello, why weren't they thinking that? Right? So it's not that they don't have the resources. Are they willing? And that is something you must figure out before you even offer. And if you don't find out these three major things, do not offer. In the conversation, come back later, follow up. But do not try to force an offer. You'll regret it. I'm trying to tell you that right now. You're going to regret it. But if you had this conversation with them, you've discovered the need, the desire, the resources and willingness to buy, all of it's been confirmed through your conversation, then yes, go ahead and make that offer and you will not get rejected. You will get a yes, which means you have a customer, which means you've made a commission, which means you've got that money. And they have a solution to their problem. Everybody wins. That's what you want. That's how this works. That's how simple this can be. And you can repeat this process every single day throughout the day. You don't have to post every hour on the hour. You could post once or twice on Facebook and start generating leads. You could be starting up conversations with 5 or 10 people at the same time in Messenger. People that you found in groups, you guys are vibing, you're getting along. Or if you don't want to do Messenger, you can go into groups, look around at some of the posts that are already in groups and see if you'd like to add to the conversation. You might add something that's very valuable to another person in the group. And then y'all get to vibing and you can have a conversation. And the conversations are what leads to the sale. The fastest path to cash is through a conversation. But if you're too scared to have the conversations, don't expect to earn no cash. I'm trying to tell you right now. All right. So there you have it. Now you know. So what I'm going to do, as promised, hold on. Am I still sharing? No? Okay. As promised, I have a treat for you. I told you when I be working on stuff, I'll be working on stuff, child. You got to get ready. You got to be ready for me. Let me grab this here right now. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So I need to open this in a new tab. Look out, you guys. Here it comes. I'm putting in this really cool offer for you right now. Boom. All right. Save. There it is. So any second now, this should be updated for you and you'll be able to go to it. And when you do, I want to just kind of give you a peek at what you're going to see. Okay, so let me share my screen real quick. And a lot of this stuff you kind of already know about me. Okay, but here I am up here. You know that I help home business owners get results. I've been doing it for the past 5 years. I'm certified in doing it. I can help just about any business owner grow their business online. It's what I do. It's what I live and breathe, and I love it. And I know how to help you get more leads and sales and signups into your business by leveraging the power of the internet. And just like you've seen in my videos, I don't teach you to go around chasing friends and family, convincing, cold calling, buying leads, or any other outdated strategy, because what we teach as a community of entrepreneurs gets results. I'm going to give you access to some of my free trainings, not one, not two, but five free trainings. Select the one that makes the most sense for you. Right? And why am I doing it? Because of these problems that most home business owners are struggling with. And I have a solution for you. So you'll get a chance to check out all these cool freebies. And if you'd like to get them all in one, and not only get them all in one, but also spend some time with me, then you will definitely love this down here at the bottom, right? Romel Carter had mentioned my shirt. Well, this is the community. You see the same symbol? This is the community that I'm a part of. It's MLSP, short for My Lead System Pro. This community has been around. It's a community of entrepreneurs. It's been around for over 13 years at this point. There's too much proof that this community knows what the hell they're doing for anybody to deny it. Too much proof. There have been too many leaders, too many wonderful success stories, including my own, for you to even think about being skeptical. So cut it out. Let me just say that right now. Now, what do you get in this special limited time offer? You're going to get all of the challenges that you just saw above, all 5 of them, including some cheat sheets and ebooks, plus 30 days of live daily coaching from some of the biggest names in the industry for just $1. And you're going to get it right now. And that includes coaching from me. In addition to that, you'll get 40, well, more than 40 on-demand courses to grow your business. So don't give me this crap about I ain't got time. Yes, you do. Whenever you have a moment, you can sit down and flip the switch on to watch the course whenever you want. You don't have to schedule anything. You don't have to, worry about missing anything or being late for anything. It's on demand. This is at your control. You will also receive a daily action plan to never, ever, ever run out of the right people to talk to about your business. You'll get, like I mentioned, live daily coaching to get your questions answered, no matter what the question is. You'll get access to a private Facebook group for hands-on support. You will also receive a one-on-one coaching strategy session to get clarity on what it is you should be doing in your business. So just like with what Romel was saying with, having so many things to do and it can be overwhelming, stop being overwhelmed to get clear. There will be someone to help you, live human being, one-on-one. So you don't have to worry about being embarrassed that other people are watching you and all that crap. Okay. There will also be 3 different 5-day challenges for you to start getting sales and signups yourself really fast. You'll also receive a home business sponsoring secrets ebook. So for those of y'all ready to get out here and start making that money in your business, but also not trying to be pushy or salesy, this is the way to do it. You'll have an ebook to help you. You'll also have some cheat sheets and PDF printouts to get more leads and customers now that we know what leads are. And you will even get guides and mentors, including myself, to help you make sure that you're doing all this stuff right and not missing any steps. Now, all of this is a value of almost $9,000. We're only asking you to put just a little skin in the game, invest $1 into yourself to get started. That's it. So you'll get instant access to all of this stuff for 30 days, 100% risk-free. There is a money-back guarantee. So I don't want to hear I'm scared to lose my dollar and this don't work for me. Bull. If you don't get more leads for your business over the next 30 days, you'll get your dollar back. And that's a promise. Okay. So make sure that you click the link inside the description box and go get access to this right now, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to offer it. It's just $1 for all that stuff. It's ridiculous. And you know what? I'm going to throw in this bonus for those of you that take action right now. You click that link, you get yourself access to all 5 of those challenges, plus the membership into the community that I'm a part of and a leader in. I just did a motivational call this morning in that community. If you do that right now, I will also add in a free coaching session with me. So you're already getting a free coaching session through the community. I'm going to add in another session with me where we're going to come up with a game plan for you and your business. Normally, I charge $397 for 1 hour with me. You're going to get access to me for free. How you like them apples? Y'all like that? Pretty cool stuff, right? Okay. So what we waiting on? Go ahead and take that action. And now that you know about lead generation and knowing what a lead even is, we can take this further. Tomorrow's Friday, right? So we have one more day. I'll take it a little further and go deeper into how do you generate the lead with a lead magnet? What am I supposed to do with the lead magnet? Now, see, for those of you that take action right now and get that bundle for $1, you will know tonight. You already know, because that's one of the steps in your getting started journey. So from the very beginning, you'll know exactly how to start generating leads. And that's pretty cool. But if you need to come back to me, you want to hang out with me and have me break it down tomorrow, cool. That's exactly what I'll do. Okay. So again, thank you so very much for hanging out with me this past hour plus, child. I just couldn't hold back. I had to give y'all all the tea. So thank you for being patient enough to really hear me out, absorb this great information, all these golden nuggets, take all the notes that you need to take, go back, watch the replay, pause it, slow it down, whatever you need to do. I am here for you. And I'm so excited that you're on this journey with me. Let's keep things rolling. Okay.